Order of operations. We will consider adding, subtracting, multiplication, division, and exponents. If a calculation contains more than one of these operations, they must be executed in following order. Exponents first, multiplication and division in the order they come from left to right, and lastly adding and subtracting numbers as they come again from left to right. So sometimes we will add first then subtract, sometimes subtract first and then add, depending on which one comes first from left to right. The order of operations may be altered using brackets or parentheses. Whatever operations are contained within the brackets must be performed first. So the new order will be brackets, then exponents, then division, multiplication in the order they come, and lastly adding, subtracting again in the order they come. When there are brackets inside other brackets known as nested brackets, the innermost brackets are executed first. Different shapes of brackets look like this: round bracket, square bracket, and curly brackets. Okay. There are several symbols used to represent multiplication and division. 8 times 2, 8 times 2, also 8 times 2 and 8 times 2. So there are some ways to write 8 times 2. These are some ways to write 8 divided by 2. 8 divided by 2, 8 divide 2, 8 divide 2. Okay. Evaluate each of the following expressions below. So basically, whenever we want to solve for problems looking like this, we follow order of operation, BADMAS, brackets first. So for this example, if I were to do brackets first, I will start with negative 3 to the power of 5. So 4 remains 4, negative 3 to the power of 5. Either you do negative 3 times negative 3 times negative 3, or you punch in your calculator. Negative 3 to the power of 5 will give you negative 243. And then we have subtract negative 2 times 8. Okay. Or let's keep them same for now. We'll take care of later. Some of us can do it all together. Some of us will need to do step by step. Okay. So next step then, I'll keep 4 as it is, 243 as it is. It is very tempting to say 4 minus 243 gives me negative 239. But we can't do that. I have to follow order. So I did brackets, I did exponents, now multiplication, division. Negative 2 times 8 will give me negative 16. And then there is another negative. So 2 negatives will make it positive 16. Okay. And now we'll do 4 subtract 243 will give me negative 239 plus 16. Then the final answer will be negative 223. Not 2 negatives, only 1 negative and 223. Okay. For the second one then, again we start with the bracket. So within the bracket, if we notice, negative or positive 2 cubed means 2 times 2 times 2 will give us 8. 3 square will give us 9. And then there is still a square. So square remains outside for now. Okay. Plus negative 2 times negative 7. Either we can make it positive 14 or we can write them same for now. Okay. Divide by 14. Okay. So I'll just use this division symbol. It's the same meaning. Divide by 14 plus 15 subtract 6. Now 8 minus 9. It's very tempting to bring the square in, but we have to follow orders. I have to do inside the bracket first. So 8 minus 9 will give me negative 1. The square outside remains same. Now I can do negative 2 times negative 7. So that will give me a 14. Divide by 14 plus 15 subtract 6 will end up giving us then negative 1 square is positive 1. 14 divided by 14 is 1 plus 15 subtract 6. 1 plus 1 2 plus 15 17 subtract 6 will give us 11. Okay. For the next one then, again I'll start with brackets first. So 2 remains same. Negative 3 square, I can make it positive 9. Again, you can punch in calculator or you can do mental arithmetic. Negative 3 times negative 3 will give you 9. Okay. I prefer you not to use calculator for this. If you notice, I even wrote it here, or I did not, but we should not use calculator for simple calculations. You're allowed to use it, but it's not good idea to use. Okay. So we get negative 6 here. Negative 2 cubed will give us negative 8. Okay. Subtract 72 divided by 9 will give us 8 plus 2 square root of 3 square. Here now the square will apply to 2 and square root of 3 both. 2 square, so I can write it like this, 2 square will give me 4, or I can write it like this directly, 2 square will give me 4, root 3 square, square root of 3 times square root of 3 will give me square root of 9, which will be back to 3, or square root of a number and square, it's kind of doing something and undoing, it will give you back same variable or same number. So in our case, 3. Okay. Simplifying this further, 2 times 9 will give me 18. 8 times 6 will give me 48. Negative, negative will make it positive. Subtract 8 plus 12. 18 plus 48. Subtract 8 plus 12 should give us 70. Okay. Then I have one more here. Again, negative 12 divided by 4. We will do brackets first. So ideally we should have simplified this first. But however, this is by itself. It's not going to impact this, or this is not going to impact that. So to save some steps, if we like, we can start to do negative 12 divided by 4 giving me negative 3. Negative 5 remains same. Negative 2 cubed will give me negative 8 plus 7. 2 cubed again, 2 times 2 times 2 will give me 8. 3 square will give me 9. And there is a square outside. Okay. Now simplifying this further, negative 3 remains same. Negative 5 times negative 8 will give us 40. Plus 7, we get a negative 1 here. 8 minus 9, and the square remains same. Now negative 1 square is positive 1. Times 7 will also give us 7 back. So far now we have negative 3 plus 40 plus 7. So it will be basically 47 minus 3, 44. Or negative 3 plus 40 gives us 37 plus 7 will give us 44.